Hello again, it is I, Jimmy LaRam, also known as Jimmy Double Jim Jim. We're going to do 4 rounds of trivia in 15 minutes. There'll be 10 questions in each of those rounds. You'll have about 10 seconds to answer each question. You'll score yourself 10 points if you get it right, 0 points if you get it wrong, and the final question of the game could earn you up to 100 points depending on your answer. Now, if you're going to play with others, perfect. Grab a pen and paper, write down your answers, calculate your scores, and check on each other in between rounds. You can pause the game anytime, right? Round 1 is going to be general knowledge. We'll cover topics such as board games, beach flags, muscle cars, Pokemon, and more. So this should be a lot of fun. Round 1, general knowledge. Here is question number 1. Which Chevy muscle car was first introduced in 1953? It's the gorgeous Corvette, the Chevy Corvette. Here's number 2. Which month of the year is named after Julius Caesar? It's not Seastober. No, it is July for Julius. Here is number 3. Which continent is home to its highest mountain, Mount Kilimanjaro? Is it South America, Africa, Asia, or Antarctica? You can find Kilimanjaro in Africa. Number 4. The sole trademark for Pokemon is owned by which company? An incredible and profitable and fun creation by Nintendo. Here's number 5. Hank Ketchum is most famous for creating which comic strip? Is it Peanuts, Garfield, or Dennis the Menace? 3 multiple choice options here. Hank Ketchum made Dennis the Menace. All right, here's number 6. Anthony Kiedis is the lead singer of which band? RHCP or Red Hot Chili Peppers. Number 7. The physiological response called mydriasis is associated with which human organ? Mydriasis affects the eye. Here's number 8. In the game of Operation, which part of Cavity Sam lights up if you make a mistake while operating? That game aged me. Nerve-wracking, his nose, and the thing would go bzzz. Wasn't my favorite game. Number 9. The Old Line State is a nickname for which U.S. state? Mississippi, Georgia, Maryland, or Michigan? Three seconds. The Old Line State is Maryland. Last question, round 1. You're at a clean beach in Australia and Canada if you see which color flag being flown? Give me a color. That flag should be the color blue, as clean as the water is. All right, round 2 is going to be musical acts that are 4 or less letters. 4 or less letters. They may be known by that or that's their actual name. So here's number 1. Name this band known by 4 or less letters. That would be Rush. R.I.P. Neil Peart. Here's number 2. Name this musical act, 4 or less letters. That would be ABBA. ABBA. Number 3. This musical artist known by 4 or less letters. Always interesting apparel from Sia. All right, number 4. Musical act known by 4 or less letters. I think they're also known by their outrageous costumes. It is Kiss. Here is number 5. Name this band known by 4 or less letters. 3 seconds. Known by 1 letter and a number, U2. Number 6. Who is this? Known by 4 or less letters. Fun music from DNCE. All right, number 7. Who is this? Known by 4 or less letters. That is most of TLC. Still touring, having fun. All right, here's number 8. This musical group. This group is known as BTS. Finally, number 9. Name this artist, known by 4 or less letters. That is none other than Moby. Moby. All right, last one. Here it is. Name this artist. This artist is known as Pink. Usually the I is upside down though, like an exclamation point. All right, time for round 3, board games. Name these board games based on their descriptive slogans. These are slogans they've either used way in the past or recently, so could be a little challenging. Here's number 1, the classic naval combat game. Name this board game. This is Battleship E4. Here's number 2, the world's most popular board game. A little bit of confidence from this board game. That would be Monopoly. Monopoly. Here's number 3, a child's first game. This board game slogan was used by Candyland. All right, number 4, the classic bluffing game. The name of that game is called Balderdash. If you've never played, it's a lot of fun. Here's number 5, the classic game of India. It has been many moons since I played this game called Parcheesi. Here is number 6, the frantic marble munching game. It is frantic and quite loud. It is Hungry Hungry Hippos. Now let's move on to number 7, the game of Quick Draw. And you do have to draw quickly in Pictionary. Number 8, the game of Sweet Revenge. It's the passive-aggressive game of sorry. Here's number 9, a game for your whole brain. It's a great clue in that title. It is Cranium. Cranium. Last one, number 10, the game of global domination. This one is none other than Risk, the game of Risk. All right, you guys, time for the final round. 9 regular questions, a big final boss question. Could earn you up to 100 points. Let's see how we do with general knowledge. Here's question 1. What does the winner of the Indianapolis 500 typically drink in celebration? The winner typically drinks milk. I think out of a glass container too. Number 2, Rudolph is the middle name of which U.S. president? Ford, Reagan, Coolidge, or Wilson? The correct answer is Gerald Rudolph Ford. Here's number 3. What bar/pub object does a tegestologist collect? Tegestologist. They are collectors of coasters or beer mats. Should be coasterologist. All right, here's number 4. Which position does soccer player Lionel Messi play? The position he plays is forward. He's okay at it. All right, here's number 5. What animal does a person with ophidiophobia fear? Is it roosters, possum, snakes, or ostriches? If you have ophidiophobia, you are afraid of snakes. I'm not. Here's number 6. Which U.S. state flag features a moose, a man, an elk, and an eagle? Wisconsin, Minnesota, Wyoming, or Michigan? The state wasn't messing around. They fit all that on Michigan's flag. There it is right there. Here is number 7. The cartoon cat, Felix the cat, carried a magic bag of what? Felix the cat, the wonderful cat, carried a magic bag of tricks. Here is number 8. The medieval instrument known as a clarion is what kind of musical instrument? The clarion is a type of horn or trumpet. 10 points for either of those. Here's number 9. What kind of an animal is a percheron? Is it a horse, fish, snake, or bird? Three seconds. You hear percheron, you think fish, but it's actually a kind of horse. Moving on to the final boss question, you guys. There are up to 8 potential answers. Your goal is to guess the top single answer. Any of those answers you see on the board at the end will score the points that are to the left of the answer. Anywhere from 40 to 100 points this time. Make your best guess. The category for this one is fill in the blank. What is the most common phrase that ends with canal, like blank canal? Good luck. Five seconds for blank canal. And here are your answers in commonality order. At the bottom, Corinth Canal. Then we have Birth Canal. 60 points for Ear Canal. 70 points for Suez Canal. 80 points for Erie Canal. 90 points for Root Canal. And the number 1 answer is, for 100 points, the Panama Canal, of course. Way to go. Good job, you guys. Add up your scores. Tell me who won. Tell me if you had fun. Tell me if you hated it. Tell me if you want to, me to do 50 million more of these, because I kind of want to. Thanks for playing, you guys. I'm Jimmy. This is Original Content Trivia. We'll see you at the next game. Bye, everybody.